Yeah, we're good to go.
We're on? Awesome.
We are live.
All right, this is Goonz. I'm with Tripp.
Yep, and we've got a TVP on Cloud Kingdom. Terrans. We've got them. For once.
They exist. Terran people do exist in the world.
Yeah.
Terran players are still out there.
It's a rare breed.
I gotta admit, this is on a personal level very conflicting for me because Ska is a good friend of mine. You know, I always want to see him do well anytime I see him play, but I used to play as Terran, and I just don't see them play as much anymore. At least not, you know, in this area, in the southeast area. I
definitely agree.
So, I don't know who to personally root for.
Yeah, neither do I, but it should be a pretty good game. Ska was telling us before this game that the Terran player, Mulva, that he's a Protoss player primarily, but he'll play off-race as Terran, and Ska thinks he's better than him, so I guess that even as off-race, so that's pretty impressive. So,
yes, we will find out.
Yep. You want to go ahead and take away the intros?
Sure. Over in the 1 o'clock position, we have our blue Protoss Ska, and he will be going up against, in the 7 o'clock down position, our, what is that, officially teal? Is it teal? Mauve?
I think it's pink.
Purplish color.
I'm just going to call it pink.
We could go with pink. We have our pink Ska and Mulva.
And we got normal stuff coming from these guys. Doesn't look like Ska's going to be positioning anything down in the low ground, and it also doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any kind of early 2 racks or anything like this. But really, I mean, builds don't deviate very early in this matchup. You just kind of have some standard stuff. You're going to see gateway, gas, and then at that point, then you're going to start seeing some deviations.
Now, I will say, again, kind of a personal level, I hope that these people are going for kind of a longer game, for more of macro play. Because on Cloud Kingdom here, if you can get to that like 20-minute mark, 25-minute mark in a game, you can start seeing some really, really interesting plays with these just giant open areas, just epic battles. Epic battles.
And it looks like Mulva's going to be going ahead and gearing up for that because he's going to be going for the CC first. Saving up them minerals. He should be bringing down an SCV to make the command center here very shortly. Oh, and he's just going to make it on the high ground right there. And Ska's sending a scout over, and he should get the read on this fairly quickly. This is... And... there he goes. He sees the command center building. A little confused by that.
And it's definitely a sign that Mulva feels kind of confident in his play, just deciding to go ahead and lay that CC first.
Yeah, definitely. And nice little reaction out of Ska. He pulled all of his guys off of gas, and he's going to immediately go for an expand of his own. You know, the two responses you can have to that are to go for really, really hard aggression against it. Just saying that, no, you can't hold this because you've taken an expand that early. Can't have enough army. Or you can just go ahead and expand and cut all corners and get an expand down as soon as possible, and Ska's opting for the more economic play.
Well, there still are definitely, I would say, a good amount of all-in type plays that you can do with Protoss off a 2 base, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Just getting that second base doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to be going for some kind of all-in style later on.
Right.
You can, of course, go for something crazy like an 8 or 9 gate, just sudden push off of the 2 bases. You can go for something more like an immortal push.
Yep.
Later on.
Yeah, Blink is definitely a very, very good option on this map because of this nice little open area over here. If you can get an observer out and start blinking up into the main base, it can be, you know, it can just be nice harassment. Completely non-committal. You can leave anytime you want to. I mean, just Blink is really, really good to abuse on this map. So we got normal things coming out of both players, but still no low ground. Okay. Alright, so the CC's coming down to the low ground now. The bunker's finished. He's got enough units out there to really kind of be able to hold him. We got a third CC on the way already. That's pretty greedy right there.
Yeah. Mulva is definitely feeling confident in this matchup right now. That is such a risky build.
Yeah, definitely, but I really don't see a reliable way for Ska to be able to get into that main. I mean, the bunker's going to prevent any stalkers from running by, and it just really isn't going to be feasible for him to get an air unit into the base to see this until it's way too late, and he's pausing apparently. So we have a little bit of downtime. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, it looks like...
So not quite sure what's going on here. This is totally between them.
Okay, so we're going to be... Looks like a bind got messed up for Mulva, so we're going to be going ahead and picking up here in a second. And here we go. So double gas coming from Mulva after the third CC. And now he's going to go ahead and start teching. Already has 3 barracks down, so he's probably just going to go ahead and go for some kind of medevac timing off of this, but it's going to be really, really tough to be able to hold on once this, once Ska starts really getting some army out. So
I think that Mulva kind of sensed my deep yearning for a macro play, because not only is he getting that quick third CC up, but he's also got not 1 but 2 bunkers down.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
he's not. What that tells me is that he's not expecting to do any kind of sudden aggression. I doubt, honestly, he's going to make the first move.
Yeah. I really, you're going to have to play defensive when you're taking this many bases right now. And the other thing is that he's taking 4 gases right now. I mean, really the bulk of the Terran army is based in minerals. So if you're taking that many gases, that means you're really, really banking on being able... Oh, we got some nice micro going here at the front. Ska gets away without taking any real hull damage. But like I was saying, the bulk of the Terran army is mineral-based. And if you're going to be going ahead and using gas for things like medevacs or, taking to medevacs, getting +1/+1 like we're seeing right here, getting upgrades... You're really going to be in a better position in the later stages of the game, so you're going to have to play a lot more defensive. But it looks like from Ska's point of view, he's going to be going ahead and going for some nice Colossus play. Pretty early bay. No extended thermal lance yet. Really can't have the gas to actually support that at the moment. Actually, really, he's only sitting on 4 gateways right now. This is kind of a really fast Colossus.
Yeah, and I'm not too surprised to see this out of Ska, because he did early on see the second CC come up. Or come up so soon, I should say. He also knows that these 2 bunkers are here, so he probably suspects there's not going to be any kind of that early aggression. So he has plenty of time to try to get these units out there to tech up and everything. So he's just gonna go for it,
Yep.
Don't have to worry about getting a lot of gateway units out before you start on all of this stuff. So I think that's really, really smart on his part, knowing that I don't have to worry about saving up a lot of minerals for sentries and things like that. I'm just going to go ahead and start getting Colossus out. Why not?
Yep. And one thing that's interesting to note that we kind of missed in the early portions is this observer got in fairly quickly and saw this saw this early third CC. I have no idea what Ska's talking about. So we have positioning himself for a move out.
Well, he's not a part of our call, is he? On
No,
Skype?
he's definitely not a part of our call. I think they might be close together, like as in within the same dorm or something.
Okay. I thought he was talking about me. I was like, well, there goes the credibility of our entire...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I thought that too. I'm like, wait, no way. No way.
And that's how we helped cheat Ska into winning the game. Here we go.
Damn it, you're not supposed to say that in game. They can see it.
No, I actually, I know, Ska, you're giving away everything. Jeez. No, I actually took the time to go out real quick just to make sure on Skype and Facebook and everything that we weren't connected. And we are not. We are not.
So we got just enough Vikings here. The big engage is going to happen here. It looks like he's going to go ahead and bring these SCVs into the engage, and this is going to be interesting because I really don't think he has enough units to be able to hold some really kind of porous force fields.
Were wonderful. The way that they just funneled the units there.
Yeah, but he's going to go ahead and be able to deny mining at this natural real quick, and none of the SCVs are going to be able to come down. Perfect force field right there. And these Vikings are not going to be able to do much right now. And I think Ska might just take the game here. The SCVs are coming down a few at a time now. Yeah, it's basically GG at this point. So it's a nice first game. Good way to start this off. And really, I mean, that's the reason I know Gunner's just crushed right now because the Terran player lost.
I'm so conflicted. I'm so happy for my friend Ska. But come on, Terrans. There are Terrans out there. I know there are.
Yeah. And I mean, the third CC was kind of a questionable decision. Now, a lot of Terrans like to try to gear up for a big timing push around the 10-minute mark. And once, I mean, Protoss has got a lot of good ways to scout. Like, you know, you can hallucinate. You can use Stargate units, not really as popular in this matchup, but you can use Stargate units to scout. You can use observers to scout. And they're all three pretty reliable ways to get that information. If he sees that third CC before the 10-minute mark, he knows he doesn't have to gear up for that timing push. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I think that third command center, I think that was a little too greedy.
I think so too.
That was a little too greedy. And at the very least, if you're going for something like that, you want a lot of scouting.
Yeah, definitely.
On the other person's base. You know, you want to have those on like a watchtower 24/7 so you can see the second that an attack is coming out.